Caitlin Clark gave her most vulnerable interview yet, even commenting on some of the most controversial issues surrounding her this year.
Caitlin Clark breaks her silence on WNBA's fake rivalries and racism. This is huge. Caitlin Clark, the superstar reshaping women's basketball, has finally opened up about some of the most polarizing issues surrounding her career. From the so-called rivalry with Angel Reese to her stance on racial bias in sports, Caitlin didn't hold back.
Caitlin Clark just came in to play basketball. All of a sudden, the black women of the WNBA decided to knock her on her ass from behind. All of a sudden, the black women, Angel Reese and her teammates, decided to cheer for them. All of a sudden, other black women decided, like Asia Wilson, to be idiots when talking about her, jealous when they're talking about her. Caitlin Clark and her fans didn't start anything.
For months, the media has clung to fabricated narratives, pitting Caitlin against players like Angel Reese and Aja Wilson. But in her latest interview with Time magazine, Caitlin set the record straight. She exposed the truth behind the drama and explained why these divisive storylines cause more harm than good.
What's a lesbian look like? Angry. You got the angry African-American lesbian who just can't handle somebody coming into their league as a white girl with a bunch of attention.
Not just to her, but to women's basketball as a whole. This isn't just about basketball, it's about the bigger picture. Caitlin's response to critics and her bold perspective on the media's obsession with manufactured controversy shed light on the challenges of being a prominent athlete in today's social climate.
WNBA, I'm talking players, coaches, and refs. They're all a bunch of Caitlin Clark haters. They're all a bunch of jealous haters.
Yep.
From addressing disrespectful narratives to championing the importance of uplifting black women in sports, Caitlin's words are already sending shockwaves through the WNBA and beyond.
Caitlin Clark is just such a class act. She was incredible, breaking all types of records, and that's something she was certainly proud of. We saw lots of smiles on the court.
Caitlin is the face right now, and that's also good. Like, she's selling out gyms, of course. Like, why would you hate against that?
Stay tuned as we unpack Caitlin Clark's powerful revelations, from the media circus surrounding her so-called rivalries to her unfiltered take on racism in sports. This is a story you won't want to miss. Caitlin wasted no time dismantling the media's fabricated rivalries, especially with Angel Reese. The infamous "you can't see me" gesture during the NCAA finals went viral, sparking heated debates that overshadowed Iowa's historic run and LSU's championship victory.
But you've known they were coming for you when you were waving your hands in your face to mock Caitlin Clark when you were beating her for the national championship.
Caitlin made it clear in her interview that she never saw the gesture as taunting or disrespectful. Instead, she criticized how the media exploited the moment to create unnecessary tension between two talented athletes, turning what should have been a celebration into a circus of negativity. She highlighted how the obsession with drama detracts from the progress women's basketball has made, rather than focusing on skill, determination, and teamwork, the pillars that propel the sport forward. The media continues to pit players against one another, manufacturing drama for clicks and views.
What is she doing wrong? What more do you want from Caitlin Clark? Seriously, what more do you want from her? She's focusing on the game. She lifted her team up, got them to the playoffs, won Rookie of the Year, and then also is denouncing racial tensions when she's asked about it. I'm sorry, I don't see anything more that Caitlin Clark should have done or could have done.
Caitlin's frustration with these fabricated storylines is palpable, and she's not afraid to call them out. What makes this even more egregious is how these rivalries are often drawn along racial lines, turning what should be friendly competition into something toxic. Caitlin acknowledged that while she and Angel Reese are not close, they respect each other as competitors. Their differences, different positions, different styles of play, only highlight their individual strengths, not create animosity. Yet these distinctions are rarely celebrated. Instead, they're twisted into narratives that perpetuate division and overshadow the sport's progress. Caitlin's comments also revealed how this obsession with rivalries doesn't just affect her, it impacts the entire league. The WNBA has worked tirelessly to grow its audience, and moments like the NCAA finals should showcase the sport's talent. Instead, the media's focus on petty conflicts distracts from the bigger picture, the incredible growth and potential of women's basketball. Caitlin's call for a shift in focus is not just for her own sake, but for the future of the sport she loves.
Caitlin Clark is becoming the best player, not because she's white, because she's that good. She's having Larry Bird impact. She's been the driving force of the hottest team in the entire league, despite her record turnover.
Caitlin Clark didn't hold back when addressing one of the most polarizing topics surrounding her career: the role of race in shaping perceptions of her success. She acknowledged that as a white athlete in a predominantly black league, her journey has been influenced by privilege. Caitlin's recognition of this privilege wasn't just a passing comment. It was a thoughtful reflection on systemic disparities in women's basketball. She credited trailblazing black athletes like Lisa Leslie, Dawn Staley, and Maya Moore for building the foundation that made her success possible, calling for greater appreciation of their contributions. However, Caitlin's statements ignited a firestorm on social media, dividing fans and critics alike. Some applauded her for speaking out on a sensitive issue, while others criticized her for not addressing it sooner or for acknowledging privilege at all. This backlash highlights the broader struggle athletes face when navigating conversations about race without facing intense scrutiny. For Caitlin, however, the criticism seemed less important than starting a dialogue about how the WNBA can better recognize and celebrate its diverse talent pool. Caitlin Clark's impact is transforming the future of the WNBA. She's not just a basketball superstar, she's a trailblazing leader redefining the game on and off the court, balancing humility with determination and individual success with collective progress. Caitlin is challenging the status quo, breaking barriers, and inspiring the next generation. Her story transcends sports, calling on fans to celebrate not just her achievements, but the diverse talent and unity that propel women's basketball forward.